Good evening, and welcome to Keeping It Real with Hands Off. Hey, show, what's going on?
Hey y'all. Hey Vat. Happy birthday, y'all. Today is
Thank
my co-host's birthday.
Fame.
Fabulous. At what age?
49.
49, y'all.
Hey.
49 looks good. I can't wait.
Yeah,
That's
celebrating
what
this
49
weekend.
look like.
Oh, yes, I'm excited. I can't wait to start celebrating. As of tomorrow, I'll be starting my weekend off.
Okay.
Yeah, so what's going on, guys? I'm like, it's a nice day, a real nice day. I'm surprised. I haven't,
60 something degrees. That's why I'm sick now.
yeah, and I haven't had a birthday like this, and I don't know when. It's normally raining or snowing, so I was happy to just have some sunshine.
I know, and my birthday was Sunday, so we right around the corner from each other.
Yes, excited to be together this weekend. We're gonna turn up.
So listen, y'all, today we want to talk about I know I really didn't have anything major that I wanted to talk about, but I did want to address like this is a holiday week,
Mhm.
Thanksgiving.
Yes.
I wanted to talk about Thanksgiving. I wanted to talk about, like what y'all cooking, whose houses I'm coming over.
I can't
And
wait. I'm house hopping this year.
I know, with my Tupperware containers. Each house gets at least 5.
Okay. I can't wait.
I'm not trying to cook.
I'm ready for some
I don't want to
pies.
cook this year. I just kind of want to enjoy just the day and not being obligated to be cooking all day. Usually I take tomorrow off and then I would cook, but I'm working tomorrow, so that changes the whole dynamic for me.
Yeah. And
But
just being around family.
I think that's what it is
get
more
caught up.
so for me. I just want to be around family, friends,
Yeah.
loved ones, and just
Mhm.
enjoy that time. Because
Yeah.
it's so, we take for granted the time that we have a lot of times with our people.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh yeah, I'll call you tomorrow.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I'll talk to you next week. Oh yeah, I'll do this. And then you look up and you like, tomorrow done came and went, and I still ain't call you.
And I still call you. And we still ain't
Knowing that in my heart, in my mind, it's there. My intent is so real and so sincere. But we get caught up in everyday life, and you know, so please, we apologize in advance. We really be meaning to call.
Yes, I know I do. And I tell people all the time, I'm going to call you. And I'll call in a couple days later. I'm like, oh, I was supposed to call. Yeah, so I'm starting my New Year's thing off early. And I hate to do resolutions, but I did say I want to this year stick a little bit closer to my family. It's been a rough couple years for me and my family, but we here. We made it. So with that being said, I just feel like we need to just stay close. Sometimes you have to rearrange your circle. So I did some adjusting with my circle.
Okay.
And it is working so far.
Some people
I had to do elimination.
Somebody was on the chopping
Listen,
block.
I had to do elimination and I had to add some people. So it's good. It's been good so far. I'm really enjoying myself. Today I had a client of mine ask me, how do I feel being 49? And I was like, I feel the same, but I think I'm taking life a little bit more serious. I think, when you get a certain age, I'm almost at the halfway mark. So guess what? It better happen. I better make some moves and do what I'm gonna do now because I'm looking like, well, damn, I only got little 20-year run in me.
Yeah.
So, you just gotta make some changes and stick to my goals, being consistent. And like I said, with changing my circle, I do see the growth in me.
Okay.
I think my circle have made me grow up and really analyze a lot of things differently and take life a little bit more serious and know that tomorrow is not promised.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, when you see the news or listen to the news or whatever, or you just even talk to people because it's happening so close to home nowadays that you hear like people are just dying like so easily, like every day somebody dying and somebody getting killed. It makes you, I know for myself, to cherish every moment that you have with somebody that you say you care about.
Right.
If we truly
Right.
care about them, again, that whole, I just got to be real determined and say, I'm going to call you and sit down, even if I don't talk to you for 5 minutes. It's better than nothing.
Exactly. And just even if we saying hello, I know one thing I'm gonna cut down on the social media. I think it takes away that personal touch of, it's quick to put a wave or a hello. Sometimes you need to hear a person's voice. So I'm gonna make it my business to reach out to my people and really touch bases with them. And like I said, just live life. You know what I'm saying? Just live life. When you watch the news, it's so depressing. It's so disheartening with the kids and the crime. I know in the city of Philadelphia, it's getting ridiculous. And like I said before,
and it's cold now. Normally, all of that happens like as soon as the weather break when it's hot outside, and then it starts to die down. It don't seem like it's dying down.
No, it actually it's like nonstop. I'm starting to feel. I used to at one time I would turn on the news and say, "Oh wow, I'm glad I don't live in this city." And now it's like I'm living in this city.
That is happening.
So it's kind of scary, and it makes you want to stay close to your loved ones.
Yeah.
And all of these kids, are losing their parents, their fathers. It's horrible. It's horrible. But I just pray for my city and pray that any way that I can make a change, I'm going to try to do it. And really try to make a difference in my city. So I know if I'm out here doing what I'm supposed to do, even if it doesn't change, I feel like I'm doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I mean, like I said, we talk about things a lot. Like a lot of times, we say we want to do this, we want to do that. Oh, right. I'm gonna do it. Right. And then a year go past, months go past, years go past. It's like, oh well, I still want to do this thing. Yeah. So I know for myself, and I'm speaking solely about myself, that I've been talking about feeding like some less than fortunate families for the holidays. And I've been talking about it for a very long time.
Yes.
And this year I said, you know what, I'm gonna stop talking about it and I'm going to do it.
Yep.
And I thank God, and I thank God for my friends and the help of others that I was able to accomplish that goal.
Yes.
I was able to feed 10
I was so excited for
families.
Yes.
And
that's what it's about, y'all, giving back.
Just giving back. I mean, we got to start somewhere.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And it was so successful. I said next year I'm going to start, asking for donations and stuff a whole lot sooner than waiting. I did wait to the last minute, but I thank God again for making it become so successful, even though I kind of slowed my roll on that. Next year I want to try to venture out and maybe do 15, maybe do 20 based upon the amount of donations and stuff that we get. But it was a great turnout, y'all.
Yes.
And
I was happy to be a part of it.
Yes.
I'm hoping next year I'll be able to help more. Shout out to my girl, because she did her thing this year, fed 10 families. And that's, sometimes, like you said, sometimes we're afraid that it's not enough. But you'd be surprised, them 10 families, they get the baskets, it's just going to be, so they're so grateful. Exactly. And it makes such a difference. So
delivering it to different families, and you saw like the faces, like, oh my God.
Yes.
They knew we were coming so they could be home to get their baskets. But at the end of the day, just to see the faces, see the kids' faces. Yeah. And we're also going to be doing, a lot of people do it too, but we wanted to do like a toy for tots type thing, and take like different kids, different age ranges, and give toys.
Yeah, this was my first year that I did hands off, didn't do toy drives or feed any families, because right now we're in commission. Shout out to all of my people that's working with hands off, but we're looking to rebuild the whole committee.
Oh, okay.
And that's what it's about now, that I need. I had to realize I couldn't do it by myself. Us. We get so hung up on.
I know I can do it, and if I'm gonna do it, I know I'm going to do it right.
Yeah.
And I know that, you know, if I get involved, it's not going, I ain't going to drop the ball.
Exactly.
That's what I know.
Yeah, and I had to stop doing it. So right now, if you want to be involved with Hands Off, feel free to reach out to me at hands off _ I believe you on Instagram. You can message me, or Yvette Murphy on Facebook. Just message me, give me your info, and I'll get in touch with you and let you know when we'll be meeting. I'm just trying to let the holidays go by because I know a lot of people are busy and traveling and stuff, but we're going to start meeting annually, and we're going to put some big things together for next year. But with that being said, with the holidays, I want you guys to understand, and I put a post up on Instagram because I see that with the holidays approaching and with child molestation going on, we have a lot of people that still invite them pedophiles to Thanksgiving dinner. And with that being said, I wasn't biting my tongue this year because I see it every year posted where you have survivors that have to go to family gatherings and meet up with these people that molested them and have taken advantage of them. So with that being said, we have to stop, guys. Stop being in denial about pedophilia. Stop inviting these child molesters to your home just for the good look, just to have a family portrait. We should not be inviting them. We should always consider the survivors, even though they may not speak or they may act as if it doesn't bother them anymore. It does. It absolutely positively does. And we have to take a responsibility and not invite these people to our homes. It's one thing if you decide you want to deal with that family member one-on-one, that is your choice. But I'm speaking on behalf of my survivors. I don't think that they should have to sit at a table and break bread with somebody that took advantage of them for years.
And then sit across trying to make small talk.
Exactly. And not only
what is there to laugh and joke about?
Exactly. And not only that, these families got to get out of denial of admitting that we have pedophiles in our families. They are there.
And stop brushing it under the rug.
Exactly. They are there. Exactly.
It wasn't a dream.
If you have invited a pedophile for Thanksgiving, call them and uninvite them. Call them and uninvite them. Because it's so unfair. And I see it every year. And I talk to people that say it all the time. Funerals, holidays, graduations. These people are still invited. And they have to face their molesters. Some of them have not been held accountable criminally. So not only are they not held accountable criminally, then you want to just smear it in someone's face. It's so unfair. It's so unfair. I ask you guys to please stop thinking about all the survivors during this time. This is really, really a tough time for survivors and their families. You know, a lot of holidays bring heartache. Yeah. It's supposed to be a joyous time.
Right,
but
now,
it's not always
like the highest suicide rate.
Exactly.
Around the holidays, Christmas.
Exactly.
Thanksgiving, New Year's and stuff, because people feel so lost, they feel empty, they feel alone.
Exactly.
And the sad part is none of these holidays mean anything.
It doesn't.
They really don't.
Because we're not living in the world where we're honoring certain things. And we're not honoring survivors. We're not admitting that the dysfunction is happening in our families. I see a lot of things going on with the sex trafficking, and don't get me wrong, taking nothing away from sex trafficking, but guess what? Just as well as kids are being snatched, they're being molested in their home. It's one thing to be snatched and molested by somebody, that's been raped by somebody you don't know, than to be molested by somebody that you do know. Now let me say that again. It's one thing to be snatched and raped. But it's another thing to be in a home with a father, an uncle, a mother, an aunt, a grandfather, or a grandmother molesting you, or a brother or a sister. So we have to stop being in denial about that. I want us to care just as much about child molestation as we do anything else that's happening with our children. So again, please acknowledge the survivors. Acknowledge that anybody that's going through a depression right now needs a phone call, needs a hug. So when we out getting caught up in this Black Friday and all of this other stuff that's going on, pick up your phone and check on somebody. Pick up your phone and tell them that you love them. Just, you know what I'm saying? Be there for them, because there's a lot going on that we're in denial about. And it's just disheartening when I see people so caught up in stuff that don't really matter, because I'm just quite sick of people standing out in lines, going shopping for Black Friday, but you have a child who is being sexually abused in their home, and nobody's doing anything about it. Not nothing. So let's care about our community and our children. If you know someone who is being sexually abused, please do not feel like you don't have to report it. I'm gonna mind my business. We have to report it. We have to report these kids that's being abused in the homes. I had some comments on Facebook. I just wanted to read real quick. Yes, women and children can be molesters too. Glad you mentioned that. Exactly, because it happens with the women all the time. She said, "Oh, worry about Popeye's chicken sandwich, damn fools." Exactly.
I know that's right.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I just don't get us people as a whole, and I'm not giving up on my people, but I feel like anytime I could share some knowledge, I will. And I'm telling you guys, the rate on child molestation is rising, and that we need to really just, pray for these kids and get a hold on some things that's going on in our household. But right now, we're going to take a break. We're going to listen to some Jill Scott, and we'll be right back. We're keeping it real with Hands Off.
We still live on Facebook as well as YouTube Live.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Thank y'all for tuning in. What's up, YouTube? What's going on, y'all? Tag a friend. Yes, it is, Mira. Yes. Traffic. Everybody leaving for the holiday. It's crazy out there. Crazy. And I know you got a lot of baking to do for the holidays. I can only imagine. Yeah. What y'all got going on? How many people cooking on my Facebook Live? Who cooking so I can come by? Let me know.
I'm so proud to you, so attracted to you too. You're so damn.
I know that's right, viewer. Yeah. Who's cooking, y'all?
All right, so what we'll do is consider what if we need to send it to them as because what you start doing the things is too much. So that's why. Okay. And when we come back, we can pick up where we left off. Like I'm gonna talk about is it to uninvite them. Right? That's when holidays come around. Like some people say, okay, well I know what happens throughout the year. Because it's the holidays, people and that irritates the heck out of me so much. Yeah, exactly. If we wasn't right through the whole year, let's not act like we right now. Yeah. If we all gonna come together, we still gonna act like we acted through the entire year. We're not gonna get here and act like, oh, this thing is so fun. And we so friendly and we so love each other and all this other stuff. And we ain't fighting every other day. That on Friday and Black Friday we gonna fight. Yeah. But Thursday, Wednesday night we feel. But Thursday we all do that thing like everything's like, no, we not gonna play that.
What y'all think about that? All the dysfunction all year long and really together on the holidays. Everybody gave me alright.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah. That's madness. That's the I ain't gonna say it. I can't really put a color on it because I believe it happens in
it's right. I mean they say holidays is like people come together, people start drinking, it's fights, it's all kinds of craziness, and it's like all we want to do is get together and have a dinner. But don't come to the dinner with false expectations. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Well, keep it real. Yeah. Like, you know that cousin such and such don't get along with cousin such and such. So when I bring them two together, how can I realistically expect everything to go okay? Yeah. Like what? I'm living in a fairy tale big time.
Yeah, Mira, I sure would. I sure would.
Yeah,
I sure would. As soon as we come back on here, I'm definitely gonna touch on that.
Yeah. So I'm ready to kind of talk about that. And again,
You can bring the bass on. You want the bass on?
you want to play one more song and then one song. And then talk about
I really love this song.
this here?
Yeah,
I do.
Right. It's
It's
about
the
this
beat
song. I
on
can't-
it.
Yeah.
It's the way it comes on. I don't know. I think about bringing in some of his questions, but I think those questions, the ones that I was telling you about, is something that we should talk about when we actually have a guy. And they're great conversation pieces. But yeah, I just think that we should move on. Like this cool. It's feeling better. You know what I mean?
Me too. Hey, how are you?
60 degrees and then tomorrow will be 40.
Yeah.
Or 30 or, you know.
I need something about snow.
When?
The weekend. Now it's just like,
Are you serious? No, Saturday?
Yep.
Oh.
I'm hoping it changes because you know it's early in the week.
It is.
So it does.
But you did see it snow last Saturday, right?
Yeah.
You saw them flakes? Did y'all see them flakes? That thing was big.
Y'all ever been to Fountain Farmers? Oh, it's a restaurant up here, restaurants.
Fountain
Farmers. Everything is fresh and from the farm. They got buffets for $35. And I was sick, so I couldn't really
enjoy it.
Taste it. When I say it was
near the mall?
Yeah, but it's the little class. You know outside the mall. You gotta look it up. Fountain Farmers. How are you guys? Hey, my paparazzi sister. What's up, y'all? I gotta bring some of my jewelry on here, show. I'm doing a whole show next month on paparazzi. Y'all better be ready. Y'all better be ready for my amazing pieces. Sure will be. Next month, paparazzi Tuesday. Yep. Gonna be ready, y'all. Got a lot of nice pieces. Just been trying to get my little display every month, so I ain't know about everything. I just gotta get everything
in order.
Make it look good. Yeah. All right.
And then when you talk about, I know you invited people to. They want to be better. And you want to talk about what is required to be better. What are you looking to be? You see what I'm saying? Because it's really I want to be part of you, but do you understand what it is? Do you understand what I need from you? Do you understand the commitment? Are you able to give things like the time?
Yeah.
Like whatever it is that you need to make this thing flourish.
Right.
You'll put that out to them. Let them know what they need.
Tony has done it. This thing is crazy, but I gotta do this video right, so I just been in the books,
Seeing what you need to.
And that's the
And then
thing.
you gonna show me the book. Like, yeah, look.
Yeah.
Look, you too.
Yes. Y'all see my blue? My clothes hooked me up, y'all.
It's your day.
Yes.
It's best day.
Yes, y'all. Y'all can watch us on YouTube, Sador Radio. Yep. So if you're not on Facebook or you want to get on Facebook, go right to YouTube and watch us on Sador. All right, we can ready to come back, y'all, after this song. So y'all can tag a friend, tag some people.
I'm trying to figure out why there's so much traffic considering it is the holiday.
A lot of people said we'd be leaving out of town.
But it's all times of day. Like, normally you realize, like, I'm gonna travel overnight. Like, I leave out like 10 at night so I can get wherever I need to get in the morning. Oh, you want me to come in? All right, y'all. Welcome back to Keeping It Real with Hands Off. Today we are talking about child molestation. We talking about the holidays. We also want to talk about what Yvette is looking for to be part of her Hands Off team.
Yeah, she just brought that to my attention. So what I need from you guys is I need motivated people. I need people to believe in my mission. And my whole mission is to change some of the laws with child molestation. Not only to change some of the laws, we need to have a program in the city of Philadelphia that deals with families and survivors that suffer and they have dealt with child molestation. My ultimate mission, I've told you guys, is they have a safe haven and a safe haven where I can house families temporarily until we find the right housing for them. But I need people who believe in my mission. I need people who are going to be dedicated. It takes a lot of work. I know you guys have been watching me over the 4 to 5 years I've been doing this. It is a lot of work, sleepless nights. I just need people that's committed. When we have to go out and speak at different events or in the middle of the night when we get phone calls, we have to be available to take them phone calls and to help families that's going through a crisis. Again, I'm looking for accountants. I'm looking for grant writers. I'm looking for a treasurer. I'm looking for somebody just to help with fundraising. I'm trying to build just a separate team for fundraising and fundraising only. So if that's your niche, you good at what you do, please get in contact with me at handsoff, HANDZ_OFF. Hashtag I believe you on Instagram. I'm on Facebook under Yvette Murphy. I need the help for us to be able to help our city. There are no programs in the city of Philadelphia that strictly deals with child molestation, and it's needed. It's very much so needed. So again, guys, if you're interested in being a part of my team, please reach out. I can also be reached at 267-471-8151.
And if you want to call in live and ask Yvette any questions about Hands Off and what it is that she's trying to get together, give us a call, 215-909-6070, or you can type in on YouTube. Again, go to YouTube, search bar Sador Radio, SADIOR RADIO, and then you can see what's going on behind the scenes as well.
And shout out to everybody who has been supporting. I've had many people help me with building Hands Off. So again, shout out to everybody who has pitched in, who has helped me on this crusade, that continues to help. And I've met some wonderful people. So again, shout out to them. Thank you for everything that you have done. And hopefully 2020 is why I'm calling it. I'm putting it out there. Will be a bigger and better year for Hands Off, and we'll be able to do more for the city of Philadelphia. So again, I had a question. I just wanted to touch on something. Somebody commented and asked, can I talk about boys that's being molested? Because a lot of times, when we talk about molestation, we talk about girls. I have a wonderful, wonderful friend who works with little boys who have been molested. His name is Michael Felder. He has a nonprofit, the Felder Williams Project. He actually works with families, and I sort of send the guys and the little boys to him because he's great at what he does. And he also deals with sex trafficking. So again, I'm willing to help. I'll do anything I can. But a lot of times when I have situations with little boys, I like to pass them on to him because he knows a little bit more than I do dealing with the male, being a male. So again, guys, I'm willing. I'm not in denial. I see it every day. I get phone calls all the time about little boys being molested. We have to stop putting a label on them when it comes to boys being touched. You have a lot of times you have people They want to use that word, you know, that I don't like to even use. I don't like to even say it, but homosexual, whatever they want to call it. It's reasons why people are the way they are. And we have to stop judging because we have to peel back the layers. A lot of times when I meet little boys who have been molested, they struggle with their sexuality. I don't label them, I don't give them a title because I think it's unfair. I think it's absolutely unfair, and especially if it happens male on male. It's a struggle for them. You know, so again, we want to just keep our eyes open and realize that it does happen to boys. When you see different signs, I have gone over the signs. I'm actually going to start again the beginning of January, where I started when I first started Hands Off. And every week I would give signs to look for sexual abuse. Anger is a real big one. You have a lot of children who are angry, and sometimes we just think they're angry. It's the reason why they're angry. It's not always sexual abuse, but sometimes it is. We have to learn how to give the proper names for the body parts when it comes to our children. We can't, you know, give them the crazy names that we give them. We have to be up front and straight up. My pocketbook and all that don't work. It's vagina and penis, just as simple as that. We have to also know who we are having around our children. You know, that's a big thing where we're meeting people, a lot of young ladies. We're out here, we're on the dating scene. Sometimes we're put in situations where we have to depend on that boyfriend that we just met a month ago, or that boyfriend we met a couple weeks ago. And not always do they have the best intentions for our kids. We have seen so many kids lose their lives over being sexually abused and being beaten and killed. Again, ladies, please find out who your children are around. Be mindful of who you are dating.
Let me ask a question, not to cut you off.
You know I go off on it.
I know.
Stuff like that.
I want y'all to call in. Facebook, YouTube, 215-909-6070. Do you think it is okay to do a background check on somebody that you met? Googling their name, whether you pay for an app or whatever, or a site to see what's going on with that individual. Do you think that is okay? I really need people to
and
call
if you have done it, call in and talk to us about it. 215-909-6070. Because I don't see anything wrong with it.
It's okay. Do you think it is an invasion of privacy? Do you think that the individual should trust you? If we're dating, all right, I just met you. I'm like, yo, you know, you all right? But I don't know. Because people only going to tell you what they want you to know about them. They're only going to divulge as much as they want to divulge. And don't get me wrong, I get it. You're still learning somebody, so you don't want to just lay everything out on the table.
Right.
But for me personally, if somebody was to Google me, look me up, I do not care.
Me either.
I really don't. What you find is what you find. Who I am is who I am. What I have done is what I have done. If you have any questions, ask them.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, if I'm trying to get to know you, isn't that how I'm going to get to know you?
Absolutely.
Should I have allowed you to tell me? What if you would have never told me? I think a lot of times as women or as people in general, you need to know what you're getting into because you need to know what to protect yourself from if that is necessary. And don't get me wrong, and nothing may come up and you still find yourself in some kind of foolishness. But at least you come in with an understanding to some degree of something.
Exactly.
If it's something to be found. And I think if they have those sites out there, then I'm spending.
Why not? Because why not? Some is free, some are $1.
Some
it's worth it.
I think it's worth it.
Because my thing is this. I'm not openly, when I meet somebody, going to tell you everything. And it may be consciously or subconsciously that I don't.
Like we're not telling social security numbers. We ain't giving bank accounts. We ain't doing all that kind of stuff.
But if I'm bringing you into my home with my children, I need to know. I need to know what's going on because as we see, families do not tell. A family will protect a pedophile.
How do I know that you don't have some kind of criminal background?
Right.
How do I know you're not an abuser? How do I know you don't beat women? How do I know that you see what I'm saying?
I need to know.
I need to know, because if there is a list of, and I ain't gonna lie, it's certain questions I ask when I first meet a guy. I'm asking you, are you gay? I'm asking you, do you like men? Have you ever been with a man? I'm asking you, are you abusive? Because there are so many different forms of abuse. It's physical, it's mental, it's emotional, verbal abuse. So those are things that I want to know. And then if I search you and you have a history of a behavior, of minor assault. This is hold up. You got a history of getting into issues with women where it has resulted into you getting arrested, and that is on your record. I think that is major.
I do too. And I feel like,
and I don't think you have a right to be upset.
No.
I just don't.
And if you don't have anything to hide, we can sit down and do it together. How about that? How about we sit down?
Well, if I don't tell you,
right.
If I don't, because initially we ain't a couple, we still getting to know each other. So I have that right to protect myself.
Exactly.
I have that right. And then if I find out someone say, listen, I checked you out. This came up. Can we talk about this?
So let me ask you this. This is a question that I have for all my Facebook.
Give us a call, y'all, 215-909-6070.
Yes.
We want your thoughts on this.
Exactly. I want to know, if you happen to do a background check on this person and it comes back that they are a pedophile, would you continue to date? And let's be honest, we keeping it real, because we all, I'm serious, it happens. But I want to know, would you even have that conversation?
I'm having a conversation.
Okay.
I am.
Okay.
That's me. I see some stuff, because sometimes you do get caught up in some stuff and it goes away and it be like, now a record is created. It shouldn't have got that far, but it is what it is. It's on there. I beat the charges, but it's still on my record, or whatever it may be. Situations happen. People do lie.
Right.
So it's possible.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, this is a conversation piece. And if we can move further, we should be open on that conversation piece. I need you to be so open on that topic. If you've seen
it and say you looked the person up and it was 10 years ago that they were arrested for child molestation, is there anything that they could say to make you believe it was otherwise? And would you still be comfortable with them engaging in a relationship like with your children?
I don't know. Again, I know things happen. It could be something simple as, and I hate to say this or stereotype, but men don't be thinking sometimes. And women or young girls, young ladies tend to develop and look a certain way and dress and look, and their bodies are a certain way. So men tend to think they're probably older than they are. And they don't think to check, let me see your ID or fake IDs, whatever. And then, boom, I find out, I'm 20.
And you 16.
She's 16. And I didn't even know that. Until something hit the fan. Parents calling me, I'm getting arrested. Like, I didn't even know that the girl was 16.
Right.
She told me she was 21.
Right.
Or she was 18, whatever. I mean, because 18 is the legal age now.
Right.
So she told me she was 18. Either way, I'm in trouble now. Parents press charges because they can, because she's a minor.
Right.
That was at 20. Now I meet you, I'm 30. You do the check. What's going to come up? 10 years ago. I messed up. See, I was young.
It's so difficult because, see, I'm coming from a survivor's. I don't like to give opinions when it comes to this, because I only see it one way, because it happened one way with me.
Correct.
But I have to stop being narrow-minded when it comes to this. So that's why I always ask questions to other people. Because had you asked me this question maybe about 10 years ago,
it'd have been a different
response.
Now, did you see a movie called Brian Banks? It is a true story.
Yeah.
All right. Brian Banks, to our listeners who may not know what the Brian Banks, it is a true story. You can look it up. The movie was recently out a couple months ago, but it was about a football player who was brought up and said that he was raped. Matter of fact, y'all, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back and I'm going to get into Brian Banks.
Call in, guys, 215-909-6070. I need to hear from you guys and see what you think about what we're talking about. Is it okay to do a criminal background check on somebody that you meet and then you're going to have a relationship with or start dating? So just call in. Consider dating. So, all
right, we'll be back in a few, y'all.
All right.
Keeping it real with Shell.
Yep.
Keeping it real with Hands Off.
We're going to listen to some Izzy Ira. And happy birthday to me. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. What's up, y'all? Bryce and Dora listeners. What's going on? Are y'all on our YouTube live? Come on, I need some feedback. What's up? Everybody coming, jumping on. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Come on, tell me what y'all thinking. Tell me what you thinking. Here we go again. We're a little bit scared talking about stuff like this. Gotta get out of there.
And then how do we come to a place where we are actually able to make people feel that it's okay to admit that you were molested? Yeah. That it is. I think that's part of the problem, because I know how you spoke about not judging, but how do I come and say, as a young boy, I was molested by a woman? Why are you going to tell that you was molested by a woman? What's wrong with you? One man, what boy don't want a woman to touch you? At what point is it acceptable and not acceptable? Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Common sense says that if I didn't want it, it wasn't okay.
Right.
If I'm 16 and she's 20 and I didn't want it, come on now. Come on now. Like, you got this old head chasing you and you tripping.
And that's one of the reasons why me and Mike have teamed up together, because what we're trying to let people know is it's not okay.
Just because you are a boy.
Exactly.
Just because you are a man. Because even we talking about children and molestation, but it also happens in our adult stage, which is now called assault, sexual assault.
Exactly.
So the name changed, but the action is still the same. Somebody's touching you inappropriately, and we don't want to be touched.
Right.
So, as a man,
right,
you'd be looked at like, what's wrong with you? You had a girl touching you.
Well, this is the society. This is what we have been brainwashed to believe, that it's okay.
If I'm a man, I'm a boy, I should take it. Exactly. I should enjoy it.
Yeah.
But if it's a woman, and somehow I don't see why is it a double standard. I think that's what we need to get to a place to make it. Listen, there is no double standard.
Absolutely not.
It is what it is. Violation is violation.
But this is the world that we live in, and this is why we have the R. Kellys, and this is why we have the Bill Cosbys, and this is why we still have people who are still supporting them, who are still not recognizing that they have violated people, Sandusky, all of them, you know, and we're still in denial. So that's my mission for Hands Off, is to help people understand that it's not okay. You know, it's violation is violation. There's no other way about it.
Exactly.
It's violation.
It's like, after all of the R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, Sandusky, all of them, Cardi B admitted that when she was in the club dancing and stuff, she used to do certain things to get the people to kind of lose their, you know, not be on their right page and stuff.
Right.
And she would take their money, she would do, you know, kinds of stuff like that. So it was kind of like, Should she be brought up on charges?
Music, they gonna block me because of the music.
Oh, we didn't say we don't own the rights to the music.
I do not own the rights to this music, guys. We do not own the rights to this music. I keep saying it, and I
We
think
sorry,
they have
Facebook.
blocked me. I truly believe they have blocked me already, guys. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
We apologize, Facebook.
Yeah. Absolutely, they sure have.
So they'll just shut it down instantly?
Look,
Oh, because you're playing music?
I do love to have a live button.
Wow.
I'll be locked for maybe a week or so.
Oh, wait. You on punishment? Yo, Facebook. Does Instagram do that?
I don't think so. What's up, y'all? I have been Facebook blocked. I do not own the rights to
I'm
the
sorry,
music that
everybody.
being played. You are now on Keeping It Real with Hands Off on Sador
We sorry,
Radio.
Facebook.
We are so sorry, Facebook, but it's
We
okay.
apologize.
You can also watch us on YouTube under Sador Radio, SADIOR. And tonight we are talking about having them family dinners with pedophiles. Okay, we are talking about how we are having Thanksgiving dinner, and we are still inviting pedophiles to sit at the table and eat with us. I'm telling you guys, we got to stop it. We have to stop it. We have to protect our family members who have been affected by child molestation. Again, y'all, I was blocked on Facebook Live. You are now with Keeping It Real with Hands Off. Me and my co-host, Shell. I don't even do Instagram Lives, but it may have been.
Hey, if they need to see us live, we figure it out.
Yeah.
We apologize,
Yeah.
Facebook, but we got Instagram.
All right.
Another thing that we wanted to talk about, is it okay for you to do a background check on an individual that has been introduced into your life that you're not familiar with, you don't know, and you want to see what you're getting yourself into? You want to protect yourself just to have an idea of what's going on with that individual.
Yes.
Is it okay? Would you mind?
Yeah.
If that was done to you? Do you feel violated? Do you feel as though this person you can't trust?
Right.
215-909-6070. Please give us a call.
Call in, guys. Let us know how y'all feel. Are y'all doing background checks? I am. I ain't scared to say
I am too. I am.
I'm not scared to say
And I'm going to tell you I did it.
hello. Again.
And if you did it to me, I could care less. It is what it is.
I know that's right.
What I did, tickets, driver's license suspended.
Okay, we have a
Oh, okay. All right. Hi. Can you hear us? Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Mark Allen Sr.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you call back at another time? Thank you.
When was that?
Yeah, so I got a little excited. Like I said, oh, somebody wanted to comment. Yeah, 215-909-6070. Please give us a call. We want to talk about that. Is there something wrong with doing a background check on a person? What I do know is cops doing it all day, every day.
Yeah.
If you dating a cop, trust and believe cops is checking. If there's somebody you dating has a cop in their family, they father a cop, they mother a cop, somebody in their family is a cop, trust me, they checking your background.
Yes. Call in and let us know.
So don't think it ain't getting done just because people haven't said anything about it. I'm just one of those that be done told you that I did it.
Exactly.
But it's being done.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we getting ready to go back on air, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. I don't really do Instagram Live. This is my first time, so tag somebody. How do we
But
do
listen,
it?
y'all,
On here.
if you don't want to be on Instagram Live, go to YouTube.
Yes.
And type in search bar Sador Radio, SADIOR RADIO. Type in Sador Radio, and you can see us live in the studio as well if you don't want to be on Instagram.
And comment.
Yes, you can type in on YouTube in the bar. You can type in any question, any comment.
Yeah.
We'll share it with the listeners.
Hey YouTubers, how are you? Oh, I'm always looking up. Hey, how are you?
It's Beth's birthday.
It's my birthday, y'all.
49 and fabulous.
49 and fabulous. What did it? Hey. Celebration started. It's gonna be a good weekend, y'all.
I know that's right.
Hey.
We about to turn up for Beth's birthday.
Turn up. Yes.
Safely turn up.
Oh, absolutely. Positive.
Please understand that safely.
Positive.
You can turn up and have a great time and do it safe.
Absolutely. All right, we ready to go back on air, y'all. All right, wait a minute. And we are back, guys. Thank you for tuning in to Keeping It Real with Hands Off. We are now live on Instagram Live. What's up, y'all? Thank you to our YouTubers. If you are listening and you would like to watch us on YouTube, go under Sador Radio, SADIOR. We are now taking callers. We asked, is it okay to do criminal backgrounds on a person that you
Hi, you are listening to or watching Keeping It Real with Hands Off with Vet and Shell. What's going on, caller?
What's up? Happy birthday, Vet.
Thank you. Thank you.
My birthday was Sunday.
Well, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
So, are you calling in because you just want to call in, or you want to call in and comment about something that we talked about earlier?
I want to call in and comment after watching you lovely ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It is definitely okay to do a background check on anyone that you are dating. And if you don't know how, you can always hit up someone like yours truly, Cynthia D, who will show you how.
Ooh,
Okay. I know who to call.
All right.
So, when do you think it's appropriate to do that? Soon as you meet the person, a couple weeks, couple months. When do you think it's appropriate to do it?
In this day and age, as soon as you meet them.
Thank you.
So, okay,
Thank you.
let me ask you this.
Soon.
And I'm playing devil's advocate. Like I said earlier, if you met a young lady and you did the background check and you found that she had been charged with sexual abuse,
Yeah.
how would you handle that? Would you say anything? Would you just not answer the phone? Because you know you have some people that I'm just not even responding to calls, like I'm just out. Or would you approach her and wait for an explanation?
Well, I would, when we have a conversation, I'd be like, well, tell me something about yourself. What's with your background?
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell people when I start dating them or when we're in the talking process, I just kiss me. And then they look at me like I'm crazy. And so what that's supposed to mean? And I say to them, I don't know what your idea of security is, but I'm going to tell you what I do. So if you think that I'm the type of dude they just put on TV, the little fat, white dudes behind the desk, that's not me. I am very thorough at what I do. I am very good at what I do, which is why I constantly get job offers all over the place for people that want me to come work for them.
Okay.
So when I say I do security, that means I'm always listening. I'm always paying attention, even when you think I'm not. I'm dead on it.
So you like cheaters, Joey Greco?
Yeah, you can do something dirty if you want.
I know that's right. But would you say anything? If you found out this person, you would.
Any kind of abuse, simple assault. You find out this woman be every man she deal with, or it's a pattern. You've seen it happen here, you've seen it happen here. They may be in 10-year increments, 5-year increments. Doesn't mean that it hasn't been done. It just means it hasn't been documented. It wasn't no arrest or anything to be put on the record. But if you see like it's been on there twice, would you say something to him and say, yo, I did a background check on you and this came up, let's talk about it? Would you say that?
Let me tell you this. A young lady, let's say last year, approached me.
Mm-hmm.
Very, I mean, cute, real cute.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, all right. So I always start with, what do you think you want from me? What are you looking for? And what do you hope to accomplish? Are my 3 questions. If you can't answer those, you don't even get past that.
Okay.
Okay, I need to write them questions down.
She answered the questions, and I said, okay. So I gave her name and everything. So I said, okay, is there anything that I need to know about you? She says, no. I said, okay. I said, I hope you know from this door, you see what I'm doing, I do security. And she was like, what's that mean? I said, okay. I said, there's nothing you need to tell me about yourself. She said, no. I said, okay. I ran her, and then I called. I said, so tell me about the 7 open felonies you have. Said,
Wow.
I said, tell me about the 7 open felonies that you have and why you didn't tell me.
Mm-hmm.
He says, well, who are you? I said, I told you I do security and I'm very good at what I do. I said, if you thought I wasn't going to run you, you sadly mistaken. And because you didn't tell me you had 7 open felonies, it's got nothing to do with you.
I know that's right.
So let me ask you this. Do y'all still speak to this day?
We're friends on Facebook. Every once in a while, he'll hit me up and say something, I may respond.
Okay. So let me ask you, why do you think women are so comfortable with inviting men into their homes when they have children?
Well, nowadays, we just did a show Saturday on dating. So dating has changed. And from my understanding now, it's like, to them it's okay because they don't take dating as seriously as we did back in the day. So now it's like Netflix and a movie. Come over, we can watch Netflix. All of this is a different way of saying booty call from what I just learned. And,
oh, really? And how much you gonna watch it?
Oh yeah, I did.
I'm gonna go back and watch it because I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I really just want to watch a movie.
I didn't know that. Yeah, that's what I would have done. I'm just coming over to watch the movie, but that's no booty call. So they feel comfortable in doing that because nobody wants to go out on dates anymore. They don't want to take the time to learn who they're dealing with or any of that. So I'm gonna put the kids to bed. You coming over? We're gonna pretend like we're gonna watch Netflix, and we're gonna end up in bed.
So, do you think the morals and values of protecting our children has changed?
Yes, I do, and that is why in a couple weeks, Be Mindful is doing a show on our missing kids. There's 64,000 Black women missing in the United States, and nobody's doing anything about it. That's not even counting the little boys. That's 64,000 women.
Wow.
And when you say women, is that an age range?
They from 9 up until 30 or whatever.
Wow.
And they're being either snatched off the street, they're being snatched from in front of their homes. The principals at schools have been arrested for setting up sex trafficking or trying to get them for their body parts because the abortion thing is real big.
Yeah.
Doctors and ERs that set it up. It is crazy. So we are too relaxed with our kids and not really paying attention to where they're going, who's around them. We're just too damn relaxed.
Exactly. That's what I say all the time. I just think we've dropped the ball on just monitoring and really being involved with our homes anymore. You know, everybody is just so all over the place. Everybody is so busy with the jobs and the internet and just, you know, filling that lonely void. I know with a lot of females, it's the fact of being lonely. So, you know, we subject ourselves to some horrible, horrible situations. And that's the biggest thing that I try to tell the young mothers when I speak to them is that it's okay to be by yourself. And especially when you have children. And this is what I tell people all the time. When they make a decision to have a child, it's not the financial aspect of it. because a lot of times we'll find a way to financially raise their child. But what we have to really think about is the sacrifice that we'll have to make once we become a parent. And that means dating, that means working. All of that may change. You know, you may not be able to do it, and you have to be okay with not being able to do it. And I think that's some of the things that we don't realize because they have programs such as WIC and all the other things. So, you know, we're so busy. Oh, we'll be fine. We can get milk. We can get a check. We can do this. We can do that. But
it's more than just the financial.
Exactly. It's so much.
Exactly.
And until we, you know, put our children first, because we're not. We are absolutely not. With the crime, with the child molestation and everything, we are not putting our children first.
Go ahead, Simply D.
We put everything else first. And when I go out and I speak to young mothers, the first thing I say to them is, or women who haven't had kids yet, if you think it's glorified, it's not. And what you need to do before you lay down and have a baby with someone is you need to really listen and understand who you're dealing with. Is this a person that's going to be there for you and that child?
Exactly.
This is what you think.
And not just get caught up in having a child.
A physical situation or with this gentleman. Get past that and understand that if it goes further than that, you have a child. Is this somebody that you can depend on to be there with you and for you? And half the time, they don't even think about that process until it's too late.
No.
And it's more than just the financial aspect, because a man could say, okay, and just send you money, but what about the time invested into their child?
Exactly.
It's more than that. And then I don't think they think about every time you lay down with whoever, that is a potential to be your child's parent.
Yeah, that's Shell, you need to repeat that again.
And that is what I think is being lost. Everybody, I don't care if it's 2 minutes, 1 minute. The reality is that every time you lay down with whoever it may be, they have the potential to be your child's parent.
To my Instagram watchers, my Sador radio listeners, if you would like to call in and comment, please call in at 215-909-6070. That's 215-909-6070.
The last thing I'm going to say, and then I'm going to get off and let you guys put your show is this. The other thing that I try to express to women when I get a chance and opportunity to talk to them is every single time that you lay down with someone, you're giving them a gift. You're taking something in and you're giving something away. You're giving a part of yourself away, but more importantly, you need to be concerned about what you're taking in. Okay? What kind of spirit are you taking in from this person? Because you can be taking in all those negative and evil vibes from that person. This shit is real.
Exactly.
Yes.
And people don't pay attention to this.
They don't think about that.
No, they don't think about it. You're giving something and you're receiving something. And it's not always just, gratification.
Exactly.
Think about it.
Exactly.
Think about it.
Exactly.
So,
well, thank you again for calling in.
Thank you, Simply D. Thank you so much for giving us your thoughts. And again, if we need to investigate, we know exactly who to call. But real quick, before you hang up, what are the 3 things that you said that you asked at the beginning when someone claims that they're interested in you? What are the 3 things you said?
when someone approaches you, everyone should have 3 questions that they should ask. And that person should ask those 3 questions. And I say something, here's my 2 questions. What are you hoping to achieve with me?
Okay.
What do you expect to have with me? And what are you looking for, or what did you see in me to make you approach me? And I do not want the generalized cliché answers. Don't give me, oh, I like the way you look. That's not what I'm looking for. You better have some serious answers, or I'm saying bye-bye.
Oh, I know that's right. Well, thank you again, and enjoy your holiday. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Simply D. Enjoy.
All right, now y'all take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right.
Okay, guys. That was Simply D. He was on the money with the
I kind of like them 3 questions. What was it? What do you want to achieve with me?
Go home and ask some questions.
You know, what made you... I know, right? You gotta go home and ask that. I might have to
when Simply D started on my birthday.
What made
you achieve with me?
What made you want to approach me?
Exactly. And you know what? It's so crazy because when you meet somebody, like he said, everybody just gives the general answers. The favorite answer that, because you're attractive. You're beautiful.
I like, I like how you carry yourself. I like, listen.
Yeah, we can have a family together, right?
It's not enough substance to the answer.
Absolutely.
You know, what is it about me that made me so unique that made you say, hold up? Or is that just your MO with everybody? Because you see a cute person or you see a handsome person.
They have their favorite lines and you
just say that to everybody who's cute. You say that to everybody who's handsome. So then what makes me so unique? It's a lot of cute people. It's a lot of handsome people.
People will peel back them layers and see what you get. That's what people don't understand. Don't let the outside fool you. I tell people that all the time. You have a lot of people that just look out and look at the outside and judge people. And some people that may not be eye-catching have beautiful souls.
Exactly. So and that is what you want to look for.
I have met some great-looking men who were, shall I call them devils in disguise? And that's a nice word for it.
Put it in.
Okay? So, again, you just have to, I think it's all about you.
It's about your mental. It's about where you are as an individual. What is it? Are you, trust me, if you loving on yourself at that time, truly loving on yourself at that time, and somebody approaches you, your whole demeanor would be like, you know what? I can feel it. I can sense it. You ain't right. Get out my face. It ain't even a conversation. Oh, but so long. But on that note, y'all, we're going to take a quick break.
We're going to leave
Thank you
Frankie Beverly and
for listening to Keeping It Real with Hands Off, and we will be right back. www.sadorradio.com.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, Instagram. Hey, Sador. How are you? What's going on? YouTubers.
You make me happy. So I figure when we come back, because it's already 7:15. I kind of like this whole 15-minute break. Say you don't own the rights to music.
Oh yeah, we do not own the rights to this music. I have been blocked from Facebook, y'all. So it's okay because I have Instagram. So all my Instagram followers, hello. Shout outs to all my survivors. I know this is a difficult time, holiday time, but we're going to stick together. I'm going to have some inspirational quotes daily on my page. If you need somebody to talk to, you can always feel free to reach out to handsoff_ I believe you. Let's care about our survivors during this holiday time. Let's stop inviting these pedophiles to our family dinners. Don't do it. Because I guarantee you after Thanksgiving, somebody's going to post a video where they're approaching their molester at Thanksgiving dinner.
Not with a knife.
No, it was, I mean, every year it comes out and it goes viral. So you know it's going on and then people, yeah. And it's like, it was one, a young lady, she approached them at a funeral. She approached her uncle. So we want to stop. We want to stop being in denial, protect our children and protect our babies and protect survivors. They do have a voice. And for those of you who don't have a voice, hands off, I believe you. We're going to be that voice until you're able to speak because it is hard. It's definitely hard. So I'm going to take 2020. I'm going to work hard on giving you guys the support that's needed. We're going to do some things in the community. I am now. Hi, how are you? I am now looking for board members, grant writers, treasurers, fundraising teams, everything, PR person. If you are interested, please leave a message in my DMs. We are looking for people to help Hands Off grow And so that we are able to do more, I had to realize I couldn't do it by myself, guys. It can't be done by myself. So again, I just want you guys to thank you for all the support, for everybody who has been supporting me from day one. And I want you guys to know that we're going to make a difference. We're going to make a big change this year, 2020. We're going to help some survivors and their families. We're going to work with these laws and we're going to get them passed. So again, anything that you think we can do to help, please feel free to DM me and let me know. Because sometimes, it's good to have people give their input. I'm not a survivor. I'm a mother of a survivor. So I do what I can and what I feel needs to be done. But to speak as a survivor, I'm not able to. So again, if you are a survivor and you think of something that you would like for hands off to work on, please feel free to DM me and let people know. Please support hands off. Don't just like the post and watch the post. When we have events, come out and support these events so we can make a change. And for those of you who are not in the city of Philadelphia, I have to get city of Philadelphia together, but I'm hoping to take hands off and make it nationwide and help people. I'm now helping people in other cities, but I want to have different places where I have offices and buildings and safe havens and all that good stuff going on where I can help some families in some different cities. Because we have to stop being in denial about child molestation. You are now listening to Zador Radio, keeping it real with hands off every second and fourth Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Tune in. Thank you, Scarlett, for watching. Thank you so much for everything that you do. Tune in to Keeping It Real with Hands Off on Sador Radio on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and push in Sador Radio, SADIOR RADIO. Today is my birthday, y'all. Y'all see my coffee? My clothes and some balloons. It's my birthday. If you would like to be a guest on Sador Radio, DM me, please. We are looking to have guests on our show. What's up, YouTube?
right, so we go back. I'm going to talk about Brian Banks because I never got back to that. And then I'm going to talk about do we ask those questions or what?
And we are back. Okay, Shell, we was talking a little bit. We were discussing a little bit about Brian Banks. And I
Yes.
wanted to get into that.
All right, so for those of y'all, Brian Banks was a movie. It was a true story about a football player. It came in about a couple months ago, and he was falsely accused of raping a young lady, and he had to go through so much to prove his innocence. But not to spoil the movie, but so much. He was found innocent. He never raped a woman, but he went to jail. He served time. He did all of that. He had he didn't have the greatest lawyer to help fight. When he came out of jail, he met a young lady, and they, you could see she was interested in him, and vice versa. They were sitting down eating, and he admitted to the woman what happened. Like, this is what's going on. I was in jail and this and stuff, but I didn't do it. And the woman stopped talking to him.
Oh, wow.
You was accused of rape. You went to jail. All of that. He told her honest, and she just was like, "Oh, okay." And she got up and she left the table. She stopped talking to him. Later on, of course, after they pursued it more, it came out that he was innocent, and then she apologized to him. So I say all that to say, when Vet was talking about how, what if you do the background check on someone and you find something that is on their record that would have shown up on his record, but he was innocent the entire time, that young lady lied. And it's very possible. So when we are out here doing our background checks,
right,
if we do see some information that comes up, we have to be open to talking about it. And hopefully that individual is open to talking about it. If they don't want to talk about it, that's a red flag right there.
Exactly.
That is a red flag. If there is something that comes up, and I don't know if you heard our caller, Simply D, who hosts the show with Joy on Saturday mornings. Be Mindful is the name of their show. So if you ever get a chance to tune into that great show, Saturday mornings, he called in and he was saying that he believes in a background check. He sees absolutely nothing wrong with it. He does it. He encourages people to do it. And if you have nothing to hide, what's the problem?
Right. And I want to throw this out here to everybody that's listening to Sador Radio. I would love to do an interview with someone who has been accused of being
falsely accused
and falsely accused. I'm going to put it out.
You ready for that?
I think I'm ready. I think this will help me with my healing process. If there's anyone who is listening, and we can kill the identity. No one will ever know it's you. We can edit the voice. You don't have to be seen. But
if you do want to come in studio, you can.
Exactly.
You do not have to be on YouTube Live. We do have a way that you will not be seen. Of course, everyone will hear your voice.
Right.
But you do not have to be seen. Your identity remains anonymous if that is so how you choose it to be.
And I am willing, and this would probably be the hardest thing ever, but I'm willing to sit down and have an open dialogue.
That's big.
I really am, because I think in order for me to understand this whole thing of child molestation, and for me to really I don't even know the words.
Understand why they might do what they do.
Not even why. I don't know. I don't
like. What
really
do you?
Know.
What is your goal of this? If they do call in, if they do come in the studio, for you to sit down and have a dialogue with them, what would be the goal?
I need to understand their way of thinking. I need to understand why they don't see the pain and the severity of what they do. I need to understand why are they repetitive. A lot of pedophiles and child molesters, they come out and they do it again. Why are you repeat offenders? Why do you feel you should be protected once you are incarcerated? Do you have any remorse? Do you have feelings at all? What type of family you come from? I have so many questions that I want to ask. So I'm putting it out.
We need somebody who is willing to be able to be strong enough to endure the questioning that vet would have coming.
Exactly.
It can't just be anybody.
Because I think once I do this interview and I have this conversation, I'll be able to help hands off even more. Because right now it's so many questions that I have.
But you do understand that some of the questions, have you written down your questions?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So understanding that some of the questions that you may ask or have, that individual may not be able to answer.
And that's okay. That's okay. Because at least I can go away from it with saying that I tried to get an answer.
Okay.
You know, I tried to get an answer. They weren't able to answer, but I tried to get an answer because I think it's so important. And on the end of it, I think it'll help survivors too. Because I can only imagine being a survivor and having this person take advantage of me in such a cruel way. Why? Because I don't really think it's the sex act. I think that's the small part of it.
So what do you think it is, mental?
I think it's the control. And that's why I want to interview someone, because I want to know if I'm right. I really believe
it's to see what, that if I can control you to get you to a place to perform a sexual act?
I think it's the grooming process of getting inside someone's head and to make them feel it's okay. Because most of the time, that's what they do.
So it's really about the mental aspect of getting in your mind and controlling your mind to get you to do anything I want you to do.
Exactly. Because I think a lot of people believe that child molestation is just an it's about the sex. And that's nasty. That's the gritty part of it. But I don't believe it's that. I think it's a mental thing. It's deeper than that. So again, I'm putting it out to anybody that has been abused, has been accused of child molestation, or can admit that they are a molester. I would love to interview.
Oh, that's deep.
Yeah. I want to know. Deep. I want to know. I have questions. I think you guys that have been accused of this, or guys that you have they have done it, you owe us. You owe society that much to give us the answers that's needed in order for us to be able to heal. That's not going to make it any better. It's not going to make me look at it any differently, because I still think it's a nasty thing. I think it's I don't even have the words. Like I said, I always think back when I was in court and they asked me, did I have anything to say to the monster that did this to my daughter? And I'm like, absolutely not. It's not even a name that I can give him. I don't even think he realized the damage that was done, because you not only, I honestly, and this may be a selfish thing for me to say, by my daughter being so young, I don't think it affected her the way it affected us finding out. Because at one time, she really felt like it was okay. She had to understand that it wasn't okay. I don't know. And maybe that's just me being selfish. I don't know as a mother. But I honestly think it killed me, a little bit more. And I don't even know if I'm using the right words. But
would you be willing to have other mothers or fathers come on and talk about their experience with it happening in their family?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're opening the door. This is your time to have a voice. I have always told them, if you are interested in telling your story, the stories need to be told, guys, not to put anybody in your business and not to make I don't know, not to just air It's not dirty laundry.
But it's not dirty laundry.
It's
Because
not.
it's real.
It's
And I
not.
think the more people who understand that it's a reality and it's going on, it makes it easier to be able to talk about
And
it.
it's going to make it easier for me to be able to fight the judicial system and to change the laws. It's not being talked about. I don't know what it's going to take to make people comfortable with talking about it.
I think a lot of times people are going to their graves with this secret.
Yeah.
There was a movie that was out years ago, y'all. It's an old movie called Eve's Bayou. Did you see that?
Yes.
All right, Eve's Bayou.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Megan Good when she was very young, and Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, other people were in the movie as well, but I say this to say that Samuel L. Jackson, wasn't he touching Megan?
And that was a movie that I had to watch 2 or 3 times.
Oh yeah, that movie deep. That movie ain't no joke. You be like, you get lost. You
but
get up
you know
and go
what
to the
I remember?
bathroom.
That sister. Oh my. Now, but I still, you know what? Now that you said that, I'm glad you said it because I still don't understand. When she came back, why did she, is that the one when she came back, right? Am I mistaken? She came out of the water and she came back.
That's you talking about Journey
It was
Smollett?
with Oprah.
No, you're talking about Beloved.
Oh, Beloved.
No, you're talking about Beloved.
Okay,
that's what you're talking about.
But
Eve's Bayou is with Megan Good, Samuel L. Jackson is in there. Journey Smollett? One of the Smollett sisters.
And he was touching her.
He was touching Megan Good, but Megan Good was also wanting it. So
yes.
it was.
Who they were sisters. They were sisters.
Journey Smollett and Megan Good were sisters.
Correct. Oh yes.
And
that is you know what?
They knew about it. It was like this big old secret that they were trying to keep. And like I said, it's going to the grave. That's the whole point of me bringing this movie up. And it's been happening for years. This ain't nothing new. It ain't happening because it's, we in 2019 and all of that. This been happening for years. How do we get to a place where we feel comfortable enough to say it's okay to admit it? It's okay to admit I may be messed up in my thought process and I need help
all the time. I'm sorry, guys. What can I do to make it easier for you to talk about it? What needs to be done? What does society, and if you have that answer, call in, guys, 215-909-6070. What do you think society needs to do to make it easier to not be afraid to admit that you're a survivor?
You know what we were talking about during the break, y'all, is because the molestation, it's not just happening to our young women, it's happening to our young boys, our young men as well. But there is a double standard out here that I don't like. Why is it okay for a young boy, a young man to be molested by a woman, and if he sees something wrong with it, if he says something wrong about it, that somehow he's looked upon like, yo, how you gonna trip on some woman touching you or older woman touching you or something like that? Why is it looked upon like he's wrong for admitting that he did not want to be touched?
Exactly. Like,
what are you tripping over, dude? Like, you got this older woman or this woman coming at you, she touching you, she letting you know that she wants you. Why is that not celebrated? That is how it's looked upon, like, yo, you tripping, why you telling on that? But he's feeling violated all day. Why are we not opening that window to say it's okay, whether you're a woman, whether you're a man, whether you're a young boy, young woman, it is okay for you to come out and say, yo, don't touch me.
And not be judged.
And not be judged, and it be okay.
Exactly.
It ain't about having another notch on your belt as a young man or a young boy or whatever it is. That's not cute. It ain't nothing okay about it. And I think we need to stop trying to make it okay and see it for what it is. If it's not okay for it being done to a young lady, then it's not okay for it to be being done to a young woman, I mean, a young man or a young boy.
Mhm.
It's not okay.
And
It's
stop
the same
saying
thing.
that it's only men that are pedophiles or molesters.
It's women
It's
as well.
women as well. So that's another double standard that we have to stop doing. And again, guys, I'm asking, what is it? If you have any type of comments, what is it that we need to do to stop these labels? Because it's sad, and it really, really, like you said, people are taking this to their grave. People are dying with this on
Having
their
this
hearts.
family secret.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break right now. But if you would like to call in to Dora Radio, Keeping It Real with Hands Off, is 215-909-6070. And we're going to take a break and listen to Beyonce. Hey, y'all.
I've been drinking.
What's up, y'all?
You gotta play this. It's too big. It's the smaller one. You got too many people. Because I talked to him yesterday. He was like, oh, she got this one. I got too many people. I was like, well, she'll cancel some people.
Absolutely.
For you, maybe
What's up,
next time we
y'all?
know.
Yeah. What's going on, y'all? Thank you for tuning in. What's up, YouTube? Uh-huh. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you for all the birthday love. Thank you. Yeah.
Happy birthday!
Yes. 49. You know what I'm saying? YouTubers. Yes.
Somebody call in and sing
Show
that
it?
happy
Oh
birthday.
my gosh, my shirt just came home.
Oh.
Mark, we gotta edit that. Oh my gosh. Show? Okay. That's all right.
That makes
I'll be
it all
getting my
better.
tea. This is that 49 roll. It's okay.
It's all right.
All right.
That's a love roll.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining now. I'm just so excited to be on Instagram Live. Because I kept saying I was going to go on Instagram Live. But we were so stuck on Facebook, so.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all?
We do not own the rights to this music.
Yeah. I can't believe we were.
Facebook got us on punishment.
We'll be back, y'all.
On punishment.
I cannot believe it.
Was that crab legs?
Yes, it was.
Where did you go?
No, that was
Was it
somebody
good?
else's. That was somebody else's.
Wow. Yo, I heard the Clark bar has shut down.
Oh, yeah.
But they open. I was I said, yo, Clark bar, tell me it's a lie. I said, because I want my slushies, I want my crab. Like, you playing. They like, no, we back open. I said, okay, stop playing with me.
Yeah, it was
Eagles, Max's, and the Clock. Why are you trying?
This thing is like,
This is the board.
you gotta be.
Is it
I'm
fun?
so afraid I can't really follow the cord because it's like.
I'm gonna pull from here. You see anything moving?
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. I got it. Yeah, seven. Oh, there it goes. They have a short. Right.
There we go. But it's draining faster than it can charge.
What's up, YouTube?
All right. So 7:43. What you thinking about? I was thinking about playing like a birthday song. Unless I go to my birthday song on here. And we just played it through my phone. Stevie Wonder Happy Birthday song. Okay. So we can play that. And then just put that.
And we are back again. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Keeping it real with hands off every second and fourth Tuesday from 6 to 8. Today I am celebrating my B-Day. Happy birthday to me. And thank you for all the shout outs on Instagram, Facebook, and Sidor Radio. We are definitely excited about our holidays, but we felt the need to address some things that would be going on during the holidays. Don't forget, this is a very stressful time for a lot of people. Make your phone calls, send the I love yous, and don't send them by text. Call.
Be a little bit more personal.
Yes.
Let's make it a goal in 2020 to try to be a little bit more personable.
Absolutely.
We have gotten away from that, y'all. Everything is so quick with a text, an email, and sometimes you can misinterpret a text. Like the language, the meaning behind, like, hold up. Was that with attitude? You know what I mean?
Because I'm quick to look into text messages.
Yeah, like I don't know, like the aura that the text was sent in or something. And we can misjudge texts and emails and stuff like that. But what we cannot misjudge is your tone when I speak to you. Or if I see you face to face. Let's start doing more FaceTime. How about that?
Yeah. That's
you can do that on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
You could do it on Duo.
Absolutely.
And iPhone people, right? Y'all got an app that allow you to video people and stuff like that, right? So why not try to be more, even though we understand that people are not right around the corner, or we want to link up and go to lunch and dinner or whatever. And sometimes schedule and life just doesn't permit. But again, 5 minutes, 1 minute. Yo, I just want to see you. I want to see what you look like.
Because sometimes people will send a text and you be tore up emotionally.
Exactly.
But we'll just send a text, hey, I'm good.
And that's it.
And that's it.
Knowing that something truly going on. And I'm not saying tell everybody your business. I'm not saying that.
No.
But at the end of the day, for the people who you are close enough with that you can divulge certain information. And again, we got to stop hiding our reality. We have to stop hiding our truth.
Say it again, Sean.
And admit that we are hurting. Admit that, we got some issues. And we need some help.
Exactly.
And the thing is about life. It's all about a testimony.
Absolutely.
It's all about that, but we can't share the testimony with everybody because we got to be careful, because it's not about judging. It's about understanding, like, I'm in a place, I'm in a space right now, and I need somebody who I can trust, that I can be open, I can be vulnerable with, and you will not judge me and help me. But in the same token, when I put it out there like that, I got to be open and receptive to hear the truth about what's going on with me.
Exactly. Be mindful of your words.
If somebody say to you, you need to get some help. Maybe you need to go talk to somebody. Maybe you need to go talk to a pastor. Maybe you need to build your relationship closer to the higher being that you believe in. You got to be open to listening to that, and don't become defensive and be, ain't nothing wrong with me. Oh, obviously there's something wrong with you.
And
Because that's why
what?
you've been in this depressed state for so long.
And don't be the friend that watch your friend crumble and not say nothing either. Because you have a lot of people that's like that too. Don't do that. If you see me on that spiral road of going,
But
crazy,
see, you got to be able to be a real friend, and you got to allow a friend to be a real friend.
Absolutely.
Because again, like I said, if you know you've been depressed for 7 years, and I'm your friend, and I know you how you were before whatever situation happened in your life, and I ain't pull your coattail, I mean, at some point, you're not going to allow yourself to get beat up so much either. You may have to fall back, but you still need, as a real friend, as a true friend, you need to be able to pull somebody's coattail and let them know, yo, you need some help.
And check on the tough friends, the ones that seem like they always got it together. Because I'm one of them, but I go through things too. You know, I think sometimes people take it for granted because I'm the strong.
That ain't going through nothing.
Listen, call me sometimes. Say hello. Say hi. How are you? Because you know, sometimes it be that friend that's always the one that listens and give you an answer. But sometimes we need an answer too. Sometimes we need a listening ear. You know, or sometimes we need that shoulder to cry on.
And sometimes you got to know when to just listen. Sometimes people just want to vent. They don't want you to come back with your opinion. They don't want you to come back. So you got to be able to feel the vibe of the conversation, feel the vibe of your friend, and know when is the time for them to vent and you just listen.
Right. Well, what about them friends that call you with the same thing over and over again and they don't make no changes? When do you say
that's when you be a friend and be like, yo, come on now, you got to pull it together. You still in the same situation because you allow yourself to be in that situation.
Yeah.
Sometimes this is where you say you had to clean house. Remember earlier in the beginning? And sometimes you got to reevaluate and restructure your circle.
I shout out to all my friends that I had to cut off. It's okay.
We still good.
I just took a different journey and a different path.
And you ain't on that one right now.
And I'm no better than anybody else. But at that time, I needed to do what was best for me.
And if I made a mistake, I gotta live with my mistake. If it's destined
and somehow
I feel
like we'll come back.
If it's destined for us to come back together, because we may have hit that point where it's time to let it go.
Yeah.
And enjoy what we had when we had it and understand, it ain't time to have it no more. Sometimes you get there because life circumstances take you in a different path. And at the end of the day, it's all about what's best for us. And you continue
that
to
was a
help me
scary
grow.
Transition. These last 2 years have been so scary for me because it was like making decisions that I never ever wanted to make. I knew some friends were just dead air. But because we had been in kindergarten together and we've been through school together and we've been through some marriages together and some breakups together, I thought, there was reason enough to hold on. And then reality hit and it was like, no.
Why am I still doing this?
Yeah.
Why are we still here with you?
Absolutely not. Exactly. And I feel better. I was able to relax a little bit more. I'm not as tense as I used to be. And don't get me wrong, it may have even been on my end. I'm not even saying it's not even something that I did, but I needed to let go. I really did. And it was scary, but it was worth it. So, I watched a lot of people, they go to these self-love conventions and everybody's talking self-love. But once you leave, nobody's really doing it. Yeah. So I said, what it's not going to take for me to sit in a room with 1,000 women to talk about self-love. I'm going to start on my own. And then I can venture out to my daughters. And then I can venture out to friends, and family. But again, I had to make some changes on my own. And I'm still making changes. But that was a real difficult time for me. It really was. It really was.
So being that 2019 is pretty much over, y'all. 2020 is here, whether we want it or not. I know we do a lot of excuse me. I know we do a lot of New Year's resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
And we start out in January like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna get a membership, I'm gonna lose this weight, I'm gonna do this. And you know, 2 months after January 1st, we done fell off all these resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel as we get older, and I speak for myself,
Mm-hmm.
I start to reevaluate what I need in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to reevaluate. That's good, that's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
For you to look at self and say, hold up, you know what? I need to change some things. I need to add, I need to delete, I need to, and I need to reevaluate where I am as a person.
Mm-hmm.
I need to reevaluate, like Vet said, some friendships.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see, and I'm not saying that people don't make mistakes. Please understand that people do make mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
and it is okay to forgive. But at the end of the day, you have to think about your own personal well-being, and is that person in your life bringing you anything beneficial?
Mm-hmm.
And if I can't grow with you, and you're just taking from me and not giving nothing to me, then what purpose do you serve in my life?
Yeah.
What
Even
purpose?
relationship wise, I mean, you have to
All
grow.
relation, because remember, everything is a relationship, whether it
Exactly.
be with your girlfriend,
Yeah.
your mother, your brother, your sister, cousins, aunts,
Mm-hmm.
husband, boyfriend, children, whatever it may be. It's all relationships,
Exactly.
all of them. So at some point, unfortunately, the kids we
We
can't
don't have
get
a
rid
choice.
of per se,
But we can
depending
choose
on
how
the
to deal with
age,
them. Exactly.
depending on the age of the
Exactly.
children, we do at
Mhm.
some point have an ability to say, especially if they don't live with you,
Oh yeah.
how do I interact with them? I have that control. You have control of your life
Absolutely.
and what you allow in it and what you don't allow in it. And if somebody's bringing you heartache, if they're bringing you drama, and every single it's just always something with them, something on some negative, it's some rah-rah, it's something this, and you don't feel good in your soul about the interaction that y'all really have like that. I mean, yeah, at times it could be good, but when you think of the overall perspective of it, it's not beneficial to you, your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit. Let it go.
Absolutely.
Let it go. You don't want to start like Simply D called up and said, just like sleeping with someone. You have to be mindful about what they put into you, because that's somebody's spirit, ladies, especially us, because we take in the spirit that is now being put into you. You have to think about that, because if it ain't a healthy spirit, then you start wondering, why am I sad? Why am I feeling this way? Why am I? For no reason. Ain't nothing going on in your life per se to make you feel this way, but for whatever reason, you have this weight on you. You just, all of a sudden, you just feel weighted down, and you like got problems. For what? Ain't nothing. You just feel a certain way. And that's just how deep and serious that person's spirit has now taken over your body.
Absolutely.
You have to think about that. Absolutely. Not saying men, it's very possible for y'all as well to get it. Because if that young woman or lady or whatever comes in and her spirit is rah-rah, it's drama, it's all of that, it can also influence you. Again, nothing's going on in your life, but you feel weighted down. And it's like, what is going on? Moving forward, we still got a little bit of 2019 coming into 2020. Start reevaluating your life. Exactly. Your circle. You don't want to continue on the same pattern. If 2019 wasn't a good year, start sitting back, thinking about why was it not good for me. Exactly. Be able to look at self in the mirror and admit if you played a part in why it wasn't good for you, and understand it's okay if you made a mistake. The key is to make the mistake, learn from it, and fix it, not to continue to stay in it and dwell in the fact like, yo, I made a mistake, and stay stuck, because you don't have to. That's right. It's always an out. That's right. So that is what I would like for all of our goals to be. I speak for myself. I speak to our listeners. Let's get it together, y'all.
That's right. And this is why she is my co-host, because she is the best that do it.
All right, again, thank you for listening to Keeping It Real with Hands Off. Happy birthday to Vet 49 and fabulous.
To you.
Thank you, y'all. Enjoy your holiday. Again,
thanks.
Be safe. Keep it real. If you know that Uncle Judy and Uncle Bill don't agree, no other time during the year, don't expect them to agree at the Thanksgiving table. Expect the rah-rah. Exactly. And we're going to go out tonight, y'all, giving Vet a happy birthday. Again, thank you. www.sadorradio.com. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Instagram, Facebook. Thank you. We sorry. Please unblock us.
Yes. Take me out of jail. And don't forget, every second and fourth Tuesday, Keeping It Real with Hands Off, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Have a good night, y'all.
Enjoy.